All right. Another update here, Matt. We're gonna just jump right into it. There's been some updates with Nick Trigili and bodybuilding and BS. And so we thought, why not come on and dive into some of the updates and things that we're seeing because he's making some accusations about Ruff House refurbished equipment.
Yep.
Okay. It's his business that, sells refurbished equipment. And Nick has gone on his Instagram and in his stories and in his feed talking about the owner, Tyler, and how he's burned a lot of people that haven't gotten their equipment. And he's just not giving them their equipment. The equipment's sitting at his warehouse and he's just burning people. Right. So that's pretty damaging to say about a company. I'm not on any one side here. We're totally neutral here. We're just bringing you guys the news and how we see it. And, to make allegations like that, sure, if this guy is doing that, that's wrong. These gym owners need their equipment, give them their equipment. But I just feel like Nick puts out a story and then that's the truth. It's just got to be, it's one-sided.
Well,
whatever Nick says, that's it.
Yeah. And I mean, he has a history of that on his channel.
Yeah.
And it's in large parts society. This is what we kind of do. The first one to say something, blurt something out. It's the truth, or the truth as they see it. And nobody does any digging around or backstory. They just listen to other people shooting their mouth off type of thing. We're not going to rush to judgment on any side here. Who are we to presume, right? If we want to get some stories out and play both sides, then we'll share both sides and let the truth come out as it naturally will. But dude, the story the other day from Nick, he literally showed a picture of this guy's warehouse or his facility and the parking lot where all the stuff is laid out. And he said in his stories, guys, if you're owed anything, I don't think you should take the legal route. You're probably not going to get your stuff. So it's all sitting out here. I would advise you to come down and grab your stuff. Whatever whatever you're owed, you can go grab your stuff.
Just wander onto this business, onto their property, and just go pick up your equipment.
Get a van, get a large cargo van or something, get a pickup truck and a few buds, right? And
just mosey on down.
For your time and trouble, pick up a little extra for yourself.
Who knows if it's your equipment or not? We'll just that's a good suggestion by Nick Trigili. Just go on over, pick and choose. That looks like my piece over there. I'll take that. Okay.
So I would say no, maybe don't do that. Even if you were or are owed. Do it the right way. Do it the legal way.
It happens. It happens, man. People, you get into business, you put a deal together, a deal falls through, you got to contact a lawyer. It's unfortunate. And Nick is trying to skirt getting a lawyer to just go steal it off the property, right?
I don't really know why he would put something like that out there. That's a really strange bit of advice.
Not only is it strange, but now there's legal troubles that someone can get into when you put out information like that, when you have a big following as well, right? And you say, this guy's burning people, he's doing this, and it's like, it's fact, this guy's burning people, I know it. When you do that, you put yourself into a legal situation where you're putting slandering, right? About this company. You're going to hurt their business, right? You don't have all the facts in front of you. You have hearsay from people, whether it's true or not. We're not taking sides, but you can't just go out and slander a business.
No, it could be 100% true
without any repercussions.
That's not the point. You don't put it out there as fact.
No.
And Nick, the fact is, he does that a lot.
He does it a lot.
Pun intended.
Right.
He does it a lot.
And so Tyler, the owner, I saw on his stories for the Ruff House Refurbished Instagram. In the story says, his lawyers, something about his lawyers are laughing about this too, or something.
So they're watching some message boards, or some private group,
some chat or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, so now has Nick gotten himself into some legal troubles here? And Nick hasn't really posted in a couple of
No,
days about
no,
this
no,
all of a
no,
sudden.
no,
So
because he's got to maybe
yeah,
shut up a little bit.
yeah, he tends
So
to do that. He tends to post stories and then take them down because he's like,
yeah,
oh shit, right?
yeah.
This is the guy that,
Darn it, I've done it
yeah,
again.
yes. So I mean, a lot of people give Nick a lot of credit, right? Because he's got a good style of podcasting and he's very, good on camera and all that, which is great. But when you're putting out false information or hearsay information, and jumping to conclusions and then telling people to go do things, go troll Twitter, go do this, go troll
Yeah,
YouTube,
go threaten
right?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming back to bite him. And this is just another example of, can you trust this guy? I don't know. I don't know. Can you trust what he's putting out there? And then, so moving on from this, okay, I reached out to Tyler from Rough House, and I want to get him on the show. I want to
100%.
let him have his side of the story, right? Again, we're neutral. We'll listen. We'll ask questions.
We'll just be the conduit for that. We'll
Exactly.
allow it to happen.
Yeah.
And he's allowed to tell his side of the story.
Yeah.
Whatever it's going to be, and we'll put it out there. We're certainly not going to make a judgment call on it because I do not know.
No, we don't know.
You don't know. Well, I don't know. Even when he tells us,
yeah,
we're still not going to legit know because we're not him. We're far removed.
Yeah,
we'll let him say his piece, and then the chips fall where they may. We're certainly not going to assume things.
Yeah. So Nick posted on his stories. You got this grab for me. This is supposedly Tyler messaging Nick, and it says, "This is Tyler." It says, "Hey man, sorry, I'm just now messaging. I was in a patient facility dealing with panic attacks."
Yeah.
And then he says, "Yes, sir, I do. We got into a terrible situation. We're with not getting financing that we thought we were getting. I understand if you make a video, it does look very shitty, but I'm doing my best to get these people taken care of while balancing my own health issues." So to me, this is hearsay. I'm just reading the text message. Tyler had some health issues. He was having a panic attack. He was in a facility dealing with that. He was away from his business. Shit wasn't getting done with his business. And, all this time goes by and these people aren't getting their equipment. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it's a combination of things. Maybe he was stressing out. His business is in trouble. Financing isn't going through. He's having a panic attack. People aren't getting their equipment. It's not like he's intentionally trying to burn people like Nick is projecting out there. People go through things. Running a business is stressful, right? So to make it even worse,
the financing
now,
thought you were going to get,
exactly,
that's stressful. But now, if some of that came to light for Nick, and he would have just kind of reached out to this cat and asked about it and got that scoop type thing. Truth be told, that's not a juicy story, though.
Exactly.
Now, if Nick spins it to he's ripping people off and he's doing this and it's a fact, I've got dozens of people, messaging me and their old equipment. That's a juicy story.
It's a juicy story.
So let's run with that instead of having all the facts.
Yes.
So,
being a journalist,
an easy decision for Nick,
right? He calls himself a journalist, and then he does not do what a journalist would do, which would put out all the facts.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And put out.
Well, a lot of journalists don't even do that today, anyway.
Well, yeah. Right.
so it's a lost art at least of itself.
Yeah. Make the attempt. Right. Yeah. Don't just go one side of the story and just go all in on that. Put out the information about him being having panic attacks.
But I mean, he has brought back the clickbait titles in full force.
Oh yeah.
So he's all about the sensationalism. Because clickbait titles, they were a thing and then they kind of died out. Boy, he knows how to do them, right?
Yeah.
So he brought it back, and
there's nothing wrong with clickbait. We're not on here harping on Nick's clickbait titles or thumbnails for his YouTube videos. Everyone does it. It's fine. You're more than welcome to do it.
But it's just chasing that sensationalism, right? And that's why he's going to go with a story that
Yeah.
seems more sensational
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
maybe the
Yeah. So, that's kind of an update on that. Hopefully, I mean, we'd love to get Tyler on and talk to him. We'll see. The guy's busy as it is, so I don't know if he'll come on. He said he's going to release a video himself, so we'll see if that comes out. Maybe that'll be all he wants to put out. Maybe his lawyers are like, do not go talk to anybody, so that could be a problem there too.
Yep.
So, but we're holding him back. And so now I see also we're going to jump to this next point here. Nick on Rumble charging people to view his content. Now,
Oh yeah.
And then he says it's not for the money. It's just, I'm doing this just to pay the bare minimum, cover my costs. It's great, right? I don't believe that, because I went on there and it said like $50 for subscription, right? And like that's more than covering your costs for one person.
Yeah. Of course it
So,
is.
hey, he's trying, whatever. We're not harping on him. I'm just like, again, I call him out. He says, oh, I'm not doing it for the money. You're charging $50 for a subscription.
Yeah. And that's where I take exception, right?
Yeah.
If he would just come out and say, I have to supplement the lost income.
Yeah.
And I have to charge people now. You guys are my loyal fans because only a fraction are going to come over from YouTube and migrate to Rumble. So thank you for sticking with me. To supplement a little bit of my loss, I have to charge. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
That's a better answer than, hey, it's not about the money. I got to do it to cover costs. Well, if he's got 1,000 people, each paying $50, that ain't the cost of Rumble.
No, it's not. No, it's not
the cost of Rumble.
So, and he's got 1,500 followers on Rumble account now, which out of 100,000 is a very low percentage that have migrated over.
Yep. Like I said,
like you said, you did point that out.
So
you called that one. So, he's still not back on YouTube. He keeps talking in his stories about, I'm very optimistic that I'll be back on YouTube. Why?
Hey,
who are you talking? Like, who's telling you you're gonna, like, you're like, are you again? He's just putting stuff out there. I just like, I don't know. It's a lot of irrational thoughts coming out from him.
Yeah.
And it's just very, very interesting to see what's happening here, because again, he trolled a lot of people. He put out a lot of shit on people, which is fine. He has every right to do that, but I just kind of see it coming full circle.
Yeah, and but I mean, his stuff was, because you can do it in a way where it doesn't come across as mean or spiteful or things of that nature. Playful type of trolling or bugging or whatever. Ribbing somebody, you know what I mean? But his stuff came across super negative, spiteful a little bit. And you know what? That's gonna bother people.
But it was entertaining and a lot of people love to watch it. And he built up a big
but that type of thing
can only last
so long.
It burns out
so long. It's gonna come
and it
back
catches up. So and again, I'm not coming on here trying to hate. We're just kind of talking about what's happening in the industry. And I know it's been a lot about Nick, and eventually that's going to wash over and it's not going to be about Nick anymore. But again,
and then we'll be on to whatever else is happening.
So our sole focus isn't Nick. It's just reporting things that we think are important in the industry and what's happening, and making sure that you guys are getting news that's factual and transparent, fully transparent. And that's what we're trying to do here at Muscle Discord, right? So I just want to put that disclaimer out there.
Plain and simple. What you see is what you get, and that's it.
Leave us your thoughts, leave us your comments if you agree or disagree with any of this, but this is what we want to put out there. We want to come out with a new, vibe of putting out information in the bodybuilding and fitness industry, and
just straight down the middle,
just neutral,
just literally
neutral,
straight down the middle,
right?
You just say what it is.
Nick is just putting out his agenda. In a sense, I think that's what it looks like to me. And then when I saw that, I was like, okay, maybe this Tyler guy, maybe Rough House equipment, refurbished equipment is doing a bad thing here, but let's hear their side of the story, right? Let's see what's happening there. Because I hate it when I just hear that one side and I don't hear anything else. And this guy's just getting, harped on. He's a business owner. I'm a business owner, and I would not feel good if someone was out there saying all this shit about me and they didn't have all the facts.
No, so let's hear both sides,
Yeah.
and then we'll see what else Nick is up to, if he's got anything else in the pipeline. He's going to be doing some more videos, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So he did mention that. He's doing something.
Revolutionary. Didn't he say?
There's the word. Yeah. And okay, great. Awesome. Good for you, Nick. I hope that comes true. But what he was alluding to was he's going to be putting out, these training videos, okay, that are in collaboration with other, big names or influencers or whoever, but make it entertaining. So I was like, it's like, no one is doing this.
Well, he's saying that nobody's done it. But, that he's going to be. Actually, he said that he's the only one that has the personality to do it.
Oh, okay. I think I know there's someone called Larry Wheels who trains people, who collaborates with people, educates people. Okay. But so again, Nick talks a lot of talk. He acts as if he's just above it all, and he's trend setting.
He's changing the game.
And someone's got to call him out on it. Someone's got to call him out.
Yeah.
Right.
Just going to call it how we see it, and
call it how we see it.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't think Nick is coming back to YouTube. It's been quite a while, unless he's hired a lawyer. But even that's
probably what he should be doing. Is hiring a lawyer.
Should have done in the first place, but that costs a lot of money.
Yeah. But you know what? You're out a lot of money. So spend to try to get this thing back.
Like imagine going from whatever he was making. I don't know. This is speculation, but when you have a channel that's around 100,000 subscribers and you have a certain amount of views, you can probably be getting between $5,000 to $8,000 a month. That's gone. Just like that.
For that to be taken, that's significant.
Yeah.
So
that's rough. And we don't wish that upon anyone. But it's just interesting to see how he's pivoted, to Patreon and Rumble, and to see how he can leverage that. But it's
but I mean, it just seems there's a lot of, he's kind of going a little rogue and spiraling a little bit, So.
And then it's like he finds this Tyler guy with Refurbished equipment, and then he's just like doing a full-on report. He had like a TV behind him, and he was like pointing it out like he was on a newscast or something, like just going in on this guy. But are you telling any other side than just your side?
Yeah.
Are you trying to look for the other side?
Yeah. No. It's just all sensationalism.
Yes.
So, but we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here, Matt. We'll probably do a few more episodes later this week. You have some big news coming up with some of the guests that we're going to be having on.
Yes, I'm excited.
Weeks, so we're looking for that. And we'll just keep it going. So we'll keep this one short and sweet.
Yeah.
And I'll see you on the next one.
All right. Later, Ben. Peace.